So, a few weeks ago, President Trump shook up the international world when he wrote this on Truth Social. No one can answer why we subsidize Canada to the tune of over $100 million a year. Makes no sense. Many Canadians want Canada to become the 51st state. I think it's a great idea. 51st state. Well, that got everyone all worked up. People were like, what? Is that possible? Would that happen? You never know. Trump is a real shaker-upper. So in this report, I'm going to see, what would that look like? How would it work? Who would benefit? Clearly, Canada would. Canada! The Great White North. The place of bears. That really is one of their nicknames. So what's Canada all about? And why would we want to make it a state? First of all, Canada doesn't have states. They have 10 provinces. Looks like this. They also have these 3 territories up here. It's the second largest country in the world. The land is vast. The population's 41 million. So as a country, it barely has more people than California. Almost everybody lives down by the U.S. border way down here. Most of it's just ice and tundra. No one lives way up there. Some parts of Canada look like Alaska. A big chunk looks like North Dakota. And a lot of it looks like Maine. They say Canadians are nice. That's nice. But they have some real issues up here right now, mister. Their economy and population are stagnant. Uh-oh. A lot of the growth up here is because of immigration. They say they need migrants to fill the jobs and keep the economy and population growing. Sound familiar? And Canadians aren't very happy about all these immigrants coming in. No way! They say these new people are making it even harder to find a house up here. The average home in Canada, it's like $500,000 US, and that includes places like this. If you want a decent home next to an actual job, it's close to $1 million now. People here can't afford that. Canada's biggest pat me on the back is its universal health care. It's mostly free to see doctors, and medical procedures are also mostly free, which is nice, right? But the wait times are long. And college is cheaper up here. Their welfare payments, they're much higher in Canada. But all that comes at a cost. They pay higher taxes. 40% of Canadians work in government jobs. That's like 3 times higher than down here. It's almost socialist up here. Well, we'd have to change that. They also tend to vote more liberal up here. We'd have to change that. They don't have a president. They're ruled by a king. Yuck. The British's King Charles III is the monarch in charge right now. That's stupid. He doesn't really do much. The Prime Minister, he does most of the heavy lifting around here. But not him. He just quit the other day. Couldn't stand the heat. And then Trump clowned him again and called Trudeau a quitter and said it again, 51st state. He's now even talking about making the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America. This man is on a roll. Do you think the United States should make Canada a 51st state? That's been in the news a lot.
I don't know. I think Canada has a lot of figuring out what to do. Like, they're not in a great spot right now. And I'm not going to get political, but I think...
Get political. It's all right.
All right. Well, I think they need to get the main guy out and get the new guy in. And let's start making America great again. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Make Canada.
They're talking about, like, Trump's talking about making Canada another state, like annexing Canada.
I don't think that is necessary.
We don't need another state?
No.
We got enough drama?
Yeah, 50 is a unified number, so yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So would it make sense to make Canada a 51st state? And how do Canadians feel about it? Well, a poll came out, and 1 in 6 Canadians said they're all about it. Many are unhappy up in Canada and said they wish they were Americans. They're frustrated up here. They're stressed out about the economy and the cost of living and the immigration. And the place is just blah. It's boring. There's no pride or energy or enthusiasm up here. One Canadian said, "You just kind of wake up and survive here. There's no opportunity for growth. Sometimes you go out and get drunk, and then you go to sleep and you do it all over again." Sounds like a lot of people I know here. We don't celebrate our culture like Americans because we're embarrassed by it. Uh-oh. We were taught to think Americans were rude and obnoxious and full of themselves, what? But then when I go down there, I see pride in being American. They believe in freedom, and they're willing to die for it. Yes, we are. What is Canada anymore? He quips. That sucks. I don't know if we need that baggage, right? One guy said, "Canada's like an old dog that can't walk. We'd be better off as part of the U.S." And I say that with sadness and disappointment. Oh.
Hey, I'm not a lumberjack or a fur trader, and I don't live in an igloo or eat blubber or own a dog sled. And I don't know Jimmy, Sally, or Susie from Canada, although I'm certain they're really, really nice. I have a prime minister, not a president. I speak English and French, not American, and I pronounce it about, not a boot. I can proudly sew my country's flag on my backpack. I believe in peacekeeping, not policing. Diversity, not assimilation. And that the beaver is a truly proud and noble animal.
There's a city up here called Dildo and a city called Stoner. Well, I know somebody who would move to both of those places. Canada uses Canadian money, so they'd have to switch to the US dollar, which would screw up their economy a little bit. Their national debt is only $1.7 trillion. That's nothing. We'd be super big if we made Canada a state. The biggest country in the world, people. We'd have everything we needed. Fish, timber, minerals, oil. There's so much oil and natural gas up here. Canada has the 5th most oil reserves of anybody else. Their army, it's 20 times smaller than ours. They have like 1 tank and 0 nukes. They won't be much help. Stand on the back, we'll show you how it's done. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Nothing. Canada isn't nearly as tough on crime as we are. We'd have to change that. They're soft on criminals up there. They let them out after rehab. That never works. And Canada doesn't have trial by jury. What? That's a God-given right. And their gun laws, it's way harder to get a gun up there. And the Canadian government, they can take your guns away whenever they want to. They have some of the strictest gun laws in the world. But then again, they've only had 17 mass shootings in the last 10 years. We've had 500 in the last year alone. Sick. Stupid. And President Trump said, "You know what, I just might give Canadians U.S. citizenship." Well, that would drain the place out overnight, wouldn't it? Do you think the United States should make Canada a state? That's in the news lately.
I don't know enough about politics to make an educated decision on that one.
Okay.
But no, I think the United States is good.
We don't need any more
we
states?
don't need any more. Let Canada be Canada.
There's talk that the United States is going to buy Canada or
I heard
annex
about that.
Canada
Right,
or take
right.
over Canada. How do you feel about that? Should we make Canada a state?
We're actually going to go to Canada for the first time in July, and I will let you know. I've heard it's beautiful. I'll get back to you when we get back in July.
Yeah. So you don't know if you want
I don't
it yet,
know. I don't know if I
seen it.
want it yet because I haven't seen it.
Okay,
right.
that's fair.
Yes.
Well, I've seen it. It's okay.
All
I think
right.
we're fine without it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The Real Housewives of Saskatchewan. I'd watch that. So Canada's already our biggest trading partner. Did you know 17% of our trades with Canada? We're practically related. We fight in wars together. They vacation down here, and we go up there for syrup. Sometimes we even have our sports teams there. So far, they don't have boys playing in girls hockey up there. Yet. They measure things in meters. We'd have to change that. They speak French sometimes. We'd have to change that. Starbucks versus Tim Hortons? Never had Tim Hortons. Pot's legal up there. That can say the same. They would definitely get fatter in Canada if they took on our culture. The U.S. is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Canada is peace, order, and good government. That's lame.
I won't have any panty-wearing beaver eaters at my dinner table.
Well, Mappy, if they're part of our country, you're not going to give them a good, friendly American welcome?
Nope. And if you do, I'll quit this show.
You better watch your mouth. I know your browsing history, mister. As a bonus, what about Greenland? President Trump said, hell, if we're going to get Canada, we might as well get Greenland too. Well, what is Greenland? And would that be a good idea? So for those of you that don't know, Greenland is a giant island way up here, past Canada. It's almost in the North Pole. They should call it Iceland. 80% of the place is covered in ice. It's the largest island in the world and the least densely populated country in the world. You could fit 7 Texases inside of it. It's not as big as it looks though. Check this out. All of our maps, they skew the size of countries for map making purposes, and countries towards the poles look bigger on most maps. This is the true size of Greenland. Still big. Note that Canada looks much smaller too. This is Nuuk, the capital city. Their other cities have names like Sisimiut, Ilisiat, and Qaqortoq. This is what their flag looks like. Kind of looks like a logo for a Middle Eastern television station or something. They've never won a medal in the Olympics. That's because they don't compete in the Olympics. They don't have reality shows. They don't have fast food chains or gun stores or anything cool. So why the hell would we want it? Greenland was originally settled by Eskimos, who arrived around 2,500 years before Jesus. Then the Vikings came 1,200 years ago, but they only lasted a few hundred years. And then in 1721, the Danes found it, and they wanted it. So they spent a lot of time and effort converting the Eskimos to Christianity. Greenland was officially made a part of Denmark in 1953. Greenland handles its laws and its healthcare and schools, and Denmark runs the economy and the defense. As if they need defended. There was actually a little skirmish here in WW2. The Danes and the Germans got into it a little bit on the ice. It was kind of a strategic point during World War II. They used it for minerals and for launching ships or whatever they did. And who lives here now? Not a lot of people. The population of Greenland's about 55,000, and 52,000 of them are Eskimos. They're nice people. Almost everybody lives in coastal villages like this, where it's not frozen over. They're called Greenlandics, and they speak Greenlandic. So I'm going to ask Google to translate a simple phrase so you can see what Greenlandic's all about. I am from the U.S. We come in peace to buy you. How much? Onga USA Miraponga Iskol Malata. Are you kidding me? Tika crack puka bricks. Our kids can't even learn basic English. We'd have to change this. So why don't we want to buy the place? What do we get out of it? And is it for sale? Well, one time in 1946, we offered $100 million in gold to Denmark for Greenland, but they said no. And there was a poll one time, and the Greenlandics were like, hell no, we're not interested in becoming part of the U.S. No idea why. Now, back in 2019, President Trump asked Denmark about buying Greenland, and they told him, no, it's not for sale. Nice try. I bet they'd sell it, though, for the right price. Well, breaking news! Maybe it is. Just the other day, the leader of Greenland, Mute Edigi, said, you know what? We're tired of being Denmark's colonial pushover. We want to be independent. Does that crack the door for us to shove it wide open? I bet President Trump can work a deal. Too good to refuse. We'll even let you guys come down and visit from time to time. One expert said Greenland could be worth $200 billion to $1.7 trillion. Well, that's nothing. It's like a Ukraine payment. It has a strategic location, natural resources, minerals, oil, gas, everything we need. If there's lithium here, I bet we'd want it real bad. We might even create some big storm and then swoop in and take the worthless land away for pennies on the dollar. Think about it. We could send our bums over there to live. And our prisoners, just empty our prisons and drop them off. There you go. Have at it. Fend for yourselves. We can send all the illegals that Guatemala won't take back. They can go there too. And the liberals, the ones that threaten to leave the country, well, they can all live up here for a long, long time too.
Hell no.
And what would Greenland get out of it? Walmart. That's what. We can make Greenland great again. But all of this probably isn't really worth getting too excited about. We're probably never going to own either one of those countries. But Mexico, though, now that's an idea. Well, hey, Nick Johnson fans. So YouTube's pushing this whole membership thing now, and I think it's great. So I set one up for this channel. If you want to be a member on this channel, you can only do it on your computer right now. They make it hard for some reason. So go and hit join right there, and you can support the channel and join various membership tiers. I'm excited about it because I'm going to post all sort of behind the scenes content, extra interviews, fun mappy stuff, bonus songs, and more. Just some extra stuff that doesn't make it onto the main channel. So think about becoming a member. Huh, everyone?
You should join. I did.
Are you looking to move and need advice? I do consulting. That's right. I'll sit down and talk about where the next perfect place for you and your family should be. I do it all the time. Together, let's find you a new home that's safe and checks all your boxes. And I can also help you find your new house, too. Email me and I'll work with you. I'm not just helping you figure out where to move, but I can help you find your perfect home, too. That's right. I know awesome, reliable agents all over the country, and I'd love to connect you to somebody who can help you search for that perfect home. And if you want to buy some Mappy gear, click the store link on my homepage. From there, you can check out the latest merch. There's hoodies, coffee cups, stickers, and shirts. Show off how much you love Mappy and support the channel. And I'm on Cameo too. If you want me to send you or somebody you know a personalized video message, go to Cameo and search Nick Johnson YouTube. It's fun.
Hey YouTube world, I'm Sage, Nick's manager. You've enjoyed a Corner House Entertainment production, so watch another one.
Hey guys, if you learned something new about America or what it's like to live in America, great. You should think about subscribing and turning on your notifications. You can also click one of these videos or playlists for more.